Vauxhall Type 3098 Velox Tourer 1926-27. Offered here is a well-known example of what is considered by many knowledgeable enthusiasts to be the finest British sporting car of the vintage period. Vauxhall 3098 adherents will maintain that while Bentley generated greater publicity, thanks largely to their victories at Le Mans, the Vauxhall Company, which raced at both Grand Prix and Tourist Trophy level, had produced a car that could run rings around Bentleys on cross-country journeys. The big engine, lightweight car formula has been repeated to good effect many times throughout the history of the sporting motor car, and Vauxhall's famous 3098 was one of its earliest successful applications. As has so often been the case, the spur behind this particular combination was the desire for competition success, the first 3098 being constructed at the behest of car dealer and motorsport competitor, Joseph Higginson, in 1913. Higginson's first objective was victory in the Chelsea-Walsh Hill climb in June of that year, and the Lawrence Pomeroy designed 3098 duly obliged, setting a hill record in the process which was to stand for 15 years. Lawrence Pomeroy's tenure as Vauxhall's chief engineer saw the Luton-based concern produce some of the truly outstanding designs of the Edwardian period, commencing with the 20-horsepower Prince Henry in 1910. A larger version of the Prince Henry's four-cylinder side-valve engine was developed for its successor, the D-Type, which, with some 70 bhp on tap, was good for 70 miles per hour plus when not overburdened by formal coachwork. Pomeroy's 3098 was powered by a 4-liter, four-cylinder, side-valve engine, in effect a stretched version of the Prince Henry/D-Types, mounted in a conventional but lightweight chassis, suspension being by beam axle at the front and live axle at the rear, with semi-elliptic springs all round. Power was transmitted via a multi-plate clutch to a robust 4-speed gearbox, and thence via a short prop shaft to the straight-cut bevel rear axle. The braking system consisted of a foot-operated transmission brake and a handbrake operating on the two rear drums, the front wheels being unbraked. At first glance this unremarkable specification seems an unlikely one for a performance car, even an Edwardian example, but the 3098's 90 bhp plus power output, combined with a weight of only 2,400 weight, with the factory-built, 4-seater Velox Tourer coachwork, gave it a formidable power-to-weight ratio for the time. A fully road-equipped 3098 was capable of around 85 miles per hour, and when stripped for racing, the company guaranteed a top speed in excess of 100 miles per hour for the later overhead valve models, a capability demonstrated at Brooklands on numerous occasions. Only a handful of cars were sold before the outbreak of WWI interrupted production, and when manufacture resumed in 1919 the model was given the designation E-Type, its Prince Henry predecessor having been the C and the 25-horsepower Tourer the D. Manufacture of the E-Type ceased in September 1922 after 287 cars had been constructed, there then being a slight hiatus in production before its successor, the overhead Volvo, commenced delivery to customers in early 1923. Despite a reduction in capacity to 4.2 liters, the power of the OHV motor went up to 110 bhp plus with far more scope for further development and greater power still, making the O true rival to the 4-liter Bentley. The O was not to gain front-wheel brakes until late 1923, when a cable system was introduced. This was operated, along with the transmission brake, by the foot pedal, with the linkages and compensating mechanism, the inaccurately termed kidney box, mounted in front of the radiator. Total production of O's numbered 312 cars. According to highly respected 3098 authority, Nick Portway, this particular O left the Vauxhall factory in December 1924, as shown in surviving factory records, copy on file, adorned with Velox coachwork and fitted with engine number OE187, both of which it retains today. Interestingly, it was also the prototype production 3098 for fitment of the counterbalanced crankshaft, a great improvement, original crankshaft still with the car. The car's first UK owner was Lex Buckle, as recounted by Buckle to later owner Barry Ford. He purchased the car from Vauxhall Motors and it was understood at the time that the car had competed at Brooklands, since at one stage the car was fitted with two dashboard plaques, one of which recorded a Brooklands lap speed of 108 miles per hour. Sadly, these have since been lost. As the car's original UK registration number is not known, it has currently not been possible to verify the car's Brooklands appearance, but since Mini 3098s did compete at Brooklands, it is highly likely.